It's Sunday morning. I've been looking after James while Charlotte's been checking the dog fields. It is a full-time job, by the way, doing that. Anyway, Andrew is now, he's been taking the lights off his tractor because he's not working today, but he was bored, so he's come in and took the lights off his tractor. So we'll go and see what it looks like now, see whether he took all the sticky bobbles off or he's left them on. Yeah, it took Andrew 2.5 hours to take all the lights off his tractor and all the little sticky bits. So it's now back to standard. There's just this last sticker to get off the door, which apparently the best way to get that off is a cold pressure washer. So I don't think he wanted to get too wet doing it today. Don't forget, if you've not donated to the Tractor Run, scan that barcode. I think all the stuff now on eBay has sold apart from the Holiday Lodge cottage that we've not put on yet, but we'll put that on hopefully on Monday. And then we'll see where that goes to. And then we're going to add everything up. We've got a debrief as well the week after with the police. We'll add up all the totals, we'll add all the totals off the text to donate, but I think in my head, roughly calculated, I think we're at 75,000 from the Tractor Run, which is absolutely amazing. So thanks to everyone for that, and thanks to all the tractor drivers that were coming on it. Andrew's only just found that, and I think it's been on for like a month since the tractor running. Oh, you've devalued it now. It's absolutely thrown it down. We've still never finished that gutter off there. We need to finish that off and put it down there. We might do that when we put the gutters on that shed. This trailer's still full from yesterday because we were loading it in the back. All the logs were on the back door and it didn't want to open, so we're going to have to tip it up and grab it with the digger away and then open the back door and tip it out. So it's just been parked up. That is now probably filling. Oh no, it can't fill up with water because the door's open ever so slightly. But this is 2.4 mil of rain I think we're having today. Yeah, on Tuesday there's 24 mil of rain forecast, so it's going to be properly wet. I can't see us doing any field work now until well into February because there's just not the daylight, there's no wind at the moment, it's just going to be saturated. It's a shame because we still did want to put a little bit more wheat in, and then as soon as we can we want to get on that OSR and put some ferts on it. I'm guessing we've got a mouse in the tractor shed that's decided to have a chew of the seat on the little mower. Oh, there's that adjustable span, I've been looking for that for ages. Yeah, so I hope that seat's still comfortable. This is obviously the cab off the 1690. We can probably start working on this now while we're waiting for the gearbox. Maybe take the top panel off, get it painted in the mud guards. But good news, we have found the gearbox, 750 quid. So that is on its way, but it's basic. I'm going to say it's on the slow boat, but it's not. It's down the country. It's going to arrive when the guy's heading up this way, but that should be good. We can get the gearbox sorted. It's going to be a complete gearbox and drop box with the diff. So get that into the right colour as well. It's done similar, if not less hours than this one. So that's going to be the best way, I think, of fixing it. After seeing a video the other day of an MB track getting pulled out the shed after it's just been refurbed, after doing a 1690, I would really like to do the MB track because it's a good tractor, it's a good runner. It's just the paintwork's tatty on it and we need to find a bonnet panel for it. But I think that would be a lot easier to do up, and we probably should do that up next rather than the massive that's outside. I'll go and show you that. I'm going to show you from afar because it's pretty raining. I'm going to say something else there. Big job in doing that up. It will look amazing when it's done, and it doesn't look as bad as it actually is because it has been red oxide. If you look, this is like dull paint been put on it, but underneath it is quite shiny red. Just a bit of rust needs cutting out and welding in. New bits of steel, but all the difficult bits like the top of the roof of the cab, Massey Dave has them, you can make them. So I don't know whether to just sell it. I've had it a year now, I think, probably like nearly a year to the day actually, because it's around the time of the open day last year. But if anyone's interested in making me a serious offer, get in touch. It obviously runs, there's obviously some sort of issue with the steering, but I think it's only stupid, like short of oil or a filter needs changing. But it's a real rags to riches product. So if anyone is interested in buying it off me and wants to do it up, and I know where it's going, we could document it getting done up and it'll be quite cool. But I can't find anyone to do it up for me, and I think it's just too much for us to do because we've always got something else to do, whether it be fixing the chipper, building a shed, got loads of stuff to do at the other farm as well. Yeah, let me know if anyone's seriously interested in it. Make me some offers. As you know, it is Lammer Show this week in the NEC in Birmingham on Tuesday and Wednesday. I will be there briefly on Tuesday morning, I think at 9:30. I'm doing a talk about efficiencies with machinery. Don't know why they've asked me, but I don't know. I must admit, when we did a cost exercise at a Monitor Farm meeting, the cost of drilling an establishment, I was like sank in my seat when we started to do it, because at the time we just got a new 724 on a new drill, not the drill we've got now, another one. And when we worked it all out and spread it over the acreage, I actually had the least cost of establishment despite running the newest equipment. But it's all to do, it's a numbers game, this, and it's all to do with acres. Anyway, so we're going to be talking about that on Tuesday morning about 9:30 in the NEC. It'll probably be boring because there's, you know, compared to what else is going to the show, and you're going to see loads of big tracks. That's why you want to come and listen to me or anyone else talking for that matter. But that is what I'm doing on Tuesday morning, and then I have got to shoot to get to Heathrow Airport, which, to be fair, I need to book the car park now to fly to Germany. Then I'm going to go around some seed breeders in Germany on Wednesday, and then on Thursday and Friday I'm going to be looking at some machinery, and I can't tell you any more at the moment other than it's going to be green, so hopefully that'll be quite exciting. But if you are going to Lama Show on Monday, Tuesday or Wednesday, go and check out the Essenza tyres stand, because if you mention the Real Country File, they're going to give you a goodie bag. So the Real Country File is live today, and it actually is sponsored by Essenza tyres, so check it out on the Real Country File channel. I'll put the link below this video. But yeah, that is where I will be this week, but hopefully I might see some of you on Tuesday morning at Lama. But I will be in a bit of a rush, because as soon as I finish my talk, I've basically got an hour to get across the show, find my car and get to Heathrow for a flight to Germany. This happened exactly the same to me last year when I went to Lama. I went for the morning, but then I had to catch a train to London to do something in London, which is a bit of a shame, and I'll miss the second day because I'll be in Germany. But might see some of you there anyway, so say hello, but I won't be able to sort of like chat for long. Just on the 724, moving out of the way, someone asked me how many hours it had done. Let me just see. But while the dash boots up, 1346. Well, that boots up. I'm just taking this out. This is the box for the drill. Now, for some reason, in cold weather, this display doesn't display everything it should. So I'm going to take it in the house and put it somewhere warm, and I might unscrew it and just see what's going on inside, just see if any plugs might be a bit loose. But I know there's a company, is David King Electronics, maybe might be able to sort it if it's properly acting up. But we'll try. In fact, let me just, I've unplugged it. We'll try to warm it up first to see what happens. I would really like to swap the spreader for an Isobus one, but I got a quote the other month, and last sort of May time. It was actually quite expensive to swap it, when there's nothing really wrong with this one apart from this is a bit funny. But when you think of how many hundreds of thousands of pounds worth of fertiliser spread, you do want it quite reliable. But I think we spent 200 quid on that spreader in the last 8 years, so you know, if we do have to pay to have the screen repaired, if it's not going to warm up and work properly, it's not too bad. But at the moment, you know, grains drop, what, £100 a tonne? It's now like 240 a tonne from 340 a tonne. When you got 3,000 tonne of grains to sell that have all lost 100 quid, it's a massive thing. And you go look at the cost of electric is double to what it was a year ago. Cost of fuel is 2 or 3 times more, and obviously the cost of fertilisers, you know, we've just talked about that. It's going to be a difficult year to get to harvest this year. Cash flow is shot again. It was shot last year because we had this hyperinflation on everything because of the war, but we did see some sort of inflated prices. Now we've not really got the inflated prices as much, but we've still got this hyperinflation and everything else. And then obviously interest rates, great if you've got money in the bank, but if you've got mortgages like I have on land and the other farm and things, you know, every time them interest rates go up, it's just more money going out of the business every month that you don't need to see. You know, there's nothing to show for it really. I know we've bought land and we've bought farms, but kind of got used to like really cheap interest, and I don't think it's going to stop inflation, because the inflation is on fuel and energy that people need. It isn't on people buying fancy cars because you can't get them at the moment. There's a chip shortage. It isn't on foreign holidays because the flights aren't there. You know, it's on a little bit on food, not as much as the inflation. The food inflation isn't as much as energy, but on energy and keeping people warm, that's where the inflation is. I don't think the housing market's in a particular boom at the moment. So yeah, so I don't know why putting inflation is going to work. I know this is a bit of a mixed subject. There's some people that agree with me and some people that don't, but I was reading something this morning on an online article, and they were saying that it's not going to stop inflation, that really putting interest rates up is the wrong thing to do. So it would be good if the next time they announce what they're doing, they put them down a little bit. Really help me out a bit anyway. No idea how I just went from talking about the screen and the fertiliser spreader and the hours on the 724 to interest rates, but there we go. Random Sunday. Although I'm in Germany next week, look at this. Right, Olivia's got a green screen for Christmas, so we're going to set it up, see if you can see that it looks like I'm in the shed when really I'll be in Germany. There you go, from the magic of technology. I am now in the tractor shed, and hopefully if I find some big green machines, I might even be able to use them as a green screen and it'll look like I am in the tractor shed. I suppose the question is, which factory am I visiting? It's gone dark, but the phone has got a torch on it, so here we go with the birthday bumper. Noah Greenhow is 6, Zach Huntress I think it is, Faya Heel is 3, Benjamin Wales 45, Lois Stanley is 27, Ian Bruce is 64, Mark Young, James Stevenson's birthday, Andrew Pemberton, the ginger guy, is 66, and Michael Cohen. Happy birthday everyone on there, and I've forgotten to write the bit, but it's 22,281 I think it is, so happy birthday everyone. It's probably about it for today. I have got my coat on, the FlexiTog coat. It is one of the warmest coats. I normally have a boiler suit on, so don't worry that much, but we haven't got it off my dad's back, the other one, since it arrived, I don't know, a few weeks ago. So thank you for that sent it, FlexiTog. If you want a really warm coat, check them out. Shameless plug, but it's a really good coat. Anyway, that is it for today. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all tomorrow.